I'm Rob Pomponia of the Medway Historic Commission, and I'd like to talk to you today about the Medway Historic Village District, which is an effort that started about 15 years ago when Medway started cataloging and inventorying its historic resources for the Massachusetts Historic Commission. About 3 years ago, we began a project that looked at significant historic resources within this particular area of Medway, which centers around the Sanford Mill and Town Hall. And what we're going to show you today are some examples of that district and the culmination of this 3-year effort. The Medway Historic District focuses on Medway's industrial period. Medway started out as a very agricultural community, progressively building out more of its industry along the banks of the Charles River. And at the time in which the village reaches its historic significance, that's when we felt that this would be a wonderful opportunity to showcase some of these features. And what we hopefully will show you today is how that came about.
This is the Willard Clark House on Village Street, and it was built around 1820, and the Diezigs live here.
We've been here almost 25 years now, and we bought the house, number one, because we wanted an old house, and when we were looking for homes, we were told it was built in 1780, and we found that fascinating. But after doing some research on the house, my husband found it was actually built in about 1819, 1820. And when he did the research, which I thought was very interesting, the land was originally bought, this about an acre and a half here, by Mr. Walker, a Mr. Sanford, and a Mr. Barber. And we happen to have Walker, Barber, and Sanford streets right here. So they're the ones who originally bought the land, then I guess they divided it up, and Mr. Clark built the house. And I believe he was a mill owner, because the mills were across the street. And we liked the house. Number one, it had 5 working fireplaces, and that was another draw to us.
One of the reasons for creating a National Historic District is to preserve these homes, and also to give the people within the district a sense of honor and pride around the homes that they own. And many of these people, you'll find, have a lot of pride in their homes. It's one of the things that draws people to New England, that New England character and the history. And by taking the steps to recognize and preserve these homes, we preserve them for future generations. And that was one of the underlying reasons for us partaking in this particular project.
This is the Sanford Mill, and this is the gatehouse. It was the office for the mill, which was built in 1881, and it manufactured woolen goods. And what happened is that they made this into a condominium complex in 1989. I lived 29 years in the South End in the Historic District in Boston. And when we were looking for a home, we came to the mill complex, and to me it really was historic. It had great charm. I love the brick buildings, and I love Medway, which is a wonderful village.
In 1711, on this spot stood the original mill, which was built by Nathaniel Whiting, and
Then in 1805, some investors opened it up as a cotton mill. And then it burned down in 1810, and they built the white mill.